Welcome. This is a short routine created for Marcia. Marcia, for this routine, you may like something like a yoga block or a small pillow and a rolled up blanket, because later on we're going to do a little bit of hip opening. So I'm going to have you come down to your mat or your floor and place the block between your feet. First move we're going to do is called pelvic tapping. So what I'm going to have you do, Marcia, is place your hands, your palms up to the ceiling, squeeze the block gently, lift your hips and tap them up and down. Now as you're tapping them, feel your hips, feel your back, feel your spine, feel everything you can, and keep some breathing going. Tap, 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 breathe, 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 and let that go. Now I'm going to have you do a movement called a spinal wave, where you arch your back, pressing your tailbone down. Your back will come away from the floor. Then you're going to round your back, and your back will now come close to the floor. It may even touch the floor. Your tailbone tucks under. When you arch, your chin will naturally glide towards your chest. When you round, your chin will naturally glide up to the ceiling. So take a breath in. When you arch, that back moving away from the floor. Exhale that breath when you round, that back getting closer to the floor. Breathing in fully, exhale it out fully. Notice the wave-like pattern you're creating in your spine. You can squeeze that block gently here as well. Let's try 2 more times. Last time. Chin glides forward when you arch, pressing down through the tail. Chin glides upward when you round, drawing that tailbone under. Now you can move the block away, and you're going to extend your left leg long. Keep your right knee bent. Couple movements here. First movement, I'm going to have you touch the side of your right leg where your femur bone, where your right leg and your pelvis meet, and just push off your right foot. As you're pushing through your right foot, you're going to feel a sense of lengthening through the front hip area. And I'd also like you to feel the connection between your right hip and your right ankle. And breathe as you do that little sequence. Loosening up the hips, making some connections, so upright walking is a definite pleasurable activity for you. Now let your knee move out to side and back 2 times. And notice those side hip muscles, they get tight on many people. Roll your head to the side as the knee is moving to the right and back up towards your ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. Observe that your head, knee are going the same way. Use your eyes here, so look to your right at the same time. Now keep your knee going right, but let your eyes and head go to the left. So it's a nice, easy roll of your head to the left, but the knee and hip are going to the right. Emphasize the upper piece. So emphasize rolling the head, looking to your left. Try that 1 more time. Release, let that go. Now I'm going to have you extend the right leg long. Take a moment, pause and rest. You might feel the side hip. Bend that knee up, take it out to side and back, and notice any improvement there. Release. Bend your left knee up, take your right leg long. Touch the side of your left hip and push off your left foot. So have a sense of springiness in your joints here. Have a sense of connection between your hip and your ankle, but you want a light, happy, springy feeling to come. You're hydrating the joints, which means you're allowing them to create some synovial fluid. Try that 1 more time. Release that. Have your left leg move out to left and back 2 times to see where those left side hip muscles are at. Roll your head to the left and look over your left shoulder. Use your eyes as much as you use the muscles of the body. Breathing. And let's try that 1 more time. Release. Now keep your knee going to your left, but let your eyes and head move to your right. Look over your right shoulder and notice that your knee and hip are going one direction. Your head, eyes are going the complete opposite. Ideally, you're still breathing. Let that go. Take that leg out to side and back and notice any improvement there. Let the legs go long. Take a moment to pause. Flex both your feet. Reach your right leg long. Feel your lower back get a little longer. Reach your left leg long. Keep the feet flexed on this one. Right heel reaches away. Right side of the back gets long. Left heel reaches away. Left side of the back gets long. Let's try that 1 more time. Lengthening out a very small muscle called your quadratus, but a really important muscle for spinal health. Bend your knees up, hold your knees and circle them. Let your arms do as much of the work as they possibly can. In other words, turn the weight of your legs over to your arms. Think about rowing your knees. And let's take it the other way. Same idea. Row your knees. Feel your arms doing the work. Keep some breathing going. Feel the mobility of your hips here. Now we're doing a movement called a steeple twist. You're going to take your right leg over your left. We're going to be measuring your left iliotibial band. Take both your legs to your right. Roll your head to the left. So notice your left side hip, your left iliotibial band. Tight on many people. Uncross. Let's see if we can improve that. Bring your arms to a position known as steeple. You're going to lift your right shoulder, roll your head to the left, following your hands with your eye gaze, and then drop your right shoulder. Very small movement of the shoulders because you're only moving the shoulder girdle here. Bring it back and drop it down. Lift the right shoulder, follow your hands to the left, bring it back and down. Let's try that one more time. Nice and slow so our brain gets it, and down. Going back to the original movement, take your right leg over your left. Both legs go right, your head goes left. Feel your left side hip, your left iliotibial band. Come back up. Let's do that same sequence for the right side. Your left leg goes on top of your right. Both legs drop left. Your head now rolls right. Come back to center and uncross. To improve the right side, we'll move the arms to the right. So lift your left shoulder. Follow your hands with your eyes to the right. Come back, drop your left shoulder. Lift your left shoulder. Follow your hands with your eyes to the right. Come back, drop your left shoulder. Notice the shoulders are moving. Your head is also moving. And we're breathing. Come back, release. Coming down, take your left leg on top of your right. Take your legs back to left, your head to the right. Measure any improvement in your right side hip, your right iliotibial band. Now we're going to take it up to the upper body. Chopping wood. So you bring your elbows together and your arms are going to go overhead and back. So you're just looking at your elbows and they're moving away from you and they're coming back into your vision zone. Roll on to your left side, and in this position you may want to grab a small rolled up blanket, a towel, or a pillow to support your head. Keeping the arms in this position, let your right elbow come up and down 3 times. Feel your elbow moving, feel your shoulder moving. Now let's follow that elbow with our eye gaze. So now your head is also moving with the elbow. Let that go. Roll your head and look at your mat. Keep your eyes down on the floor and just lift your right elbow up and down. Notice your shoulder, your scapula, your upper back. We're targeting your lower neck, upper back, shoulder girdle here. Let that go. Roll your head, look up towards the ceiling. Keep your gaze up to the ceiling and lift your elbow. Notice that your head is stationary and your arm is moving up and down. Try that one more time. Release it. Roll your head, look at your mat, lift your elbow up towards the ceiling. Roll your head, look to the ceiling, and drop your elbow down. Bring your elbow back to the ceiling as you roll your head and look at your mat. Now stay in a comfortable range of motion to do this alternate pattern. You don't want to crank on your neck. You don't want to create any strain. You want it to be comfortable and easy. You also want to be very curious about your movement as you're doing it. So pretend you've never done this movement before, which you probably have not. And you're a little kid, you're just exploring how your body is moving. Try that one more time in an alternate pattern. And roll onto your back. On your back, feel your right shoulder, your right upper back, right side of your neck, your right arm. Now we're going to create that same sequence. So this time you're going to turn all the way around and roll onto your right side so we can do that sequence with the left. So bring those arms so they're stacked, knees are stacked, and let your left elbow go up and down 3 times. Feel your left shoulder, feel your left scapula. Roll your head, look at that elbow. Roll your head back down. So here, your head and arm are moving together. Now look at your mat and just let your arm move. So your gaze is down and just that top elbow, your left elbow, is going up and down a few times. Roll your head, look at the ceiling. Keep your gaze up. Let your elbow go up and down 3 times. Notice your head is stationary and the elbows moving independently. Roll your head. Look at your mat. Keep your eyes down. Bring your elbow up. Roll your head. Look up at the ceiling. Take your gaze down, your elbow up. So now you're alternating the roll of the head and moving the arm. You're going in opposite directions. Be curious about that. Notice how that feels compared to what we just did. Try that on one more time with some good breathing. Your brain knows it now, so we did it on the other side. Last time I added one in just for a bonus. Come on to your back now. Have that pillow support your neck. Have both arms up to the ceiling. Feel your lower neck, your shoulders, your upper back, maybe even your lower back. Draw your legs up again. Hold your knees underneath your kneecaps. Rock a little bit to your right. Rock a little bit to your left. Breathing in as you rock to the right. Breathing out as you rock to the left. Just feel a nice sense of ease in your spine. Bring your right leg up. Feel your back. Circle your right foot. Circle the other way. Release it. Bring your left leg up. Circle your left foot. Circle your left foot the other way. And the very last movement I'm going to have you do is to take your block and put it underneath the pelvis. Now, make sure you're comfortable here. All you're going to do is rest your pelvis into the block. Take your palms up to the ceiling. Rest your head on your blanket or your pillow. And take 3 to 4 minutes to rest everything in your body and let go of thinking. You can add on to this if you like by taking one leg up and the other leg up. A way to get more circulation into your body, a way to invoke parasympathetic tone, and to just calm the brain, calm the body a bit more, and prepare you for your day. Thank you very much for participating. I hope you enjoyed this little sequence. Do it often, and it should help your back.